Hello and welcome to the Green Army Away Day 2018-19 Plymouth Argyle squad ratings. First up, Matt Macey, 3. The Arsenal shot-stopper did not have a good loan spell here at home park at all. He made numerous calamitous errors, and I think it's fair to say that his 68 goals conceded is not good enough. That is why we have rated him as a 3. Next up, Kyle Efron, 5. Kyle's fearless attitude in between the sticks is what earns him a 5 in our list. Kyle is a fantastic keeper, but he was limited to his appearances due to Matt Macey and injuries. He controls the back line superbly well, but he only gets such a low rating because of his lack of appearances this season. Joe Riley, 5. Joe Riley did not get off to the best of starts in front of the Green Army at the Jeffcott Stadium on the opening day, giving away a penalty and in the unfortunate 2-1 defeat against Walsall. One thing I like about Joe Riley is his determination on and off the field, and he gets a 5 for last season's performances. Gary Sawyer, 5. Gary missed a chunk of last season after sustaining a knee injury away at Charlton Athletic. He returned the Rochdale game and wore the captain's armband with pride. However, he only gets a 5 in our list, as I was quite disappointed with his positioning and his marking towards the end of last season. Jan Songo, 7. Jan was arguably the hardest worker in the team last season. His performances were brilliant, earning him a 7 in our list. Jan put in 100% every week, and although he is not the most technically gifted player, last season his passing, positioning and tackling were taken up a notch. Ryan Edwards, 4. 4 rating might seem harsh to some of you, as Ryan Edwards did score 5 goals from centre-back last season, but in his 36 appearances he was extremely error-prone, and perhaps early on in the season rushed back from his recovery. I wish him all the best wherever his future lies, but in our ratings he only reached a 4 rating last season. Niall Canavan, 5. In my opinion, Niall Canavan was the most improved player in the 2018-19 campaign. Partnering Ryan Edwards for the majority at the back, he seemed like a solid centre-half. He gets a 5 in our ratings. Lloyd Jones, 5. Lloyd Jones only played a handful of games for Argyle on his loan spell from Luton, but he's already got Argyle fans wanting to see more of him in a green shirt. Plymouth Argyle fan, he left us as a youth academy player, but on his return he looks comfortable on the ball and is a brilliant ball-playing defender. He gets a 5, purely just because of his lack of appearances during his loan spell. Tafari Moore, 3. Tafari Moore joined Argyle from Arsenal in the summer. Moore looked like a promising fullback but disappointed the Green Army. He could be blamed for Carey's poor start to the season, as the Irishman had to cover for the England Youth International. I was extremely disappointed with Moore, therefore he gets a 3. Ashley Smith-Brown, 6. I was very impressed at Smith-Brown's ability to get up and down each flank. Although still not perfect defensively, his all-round game was great to watch last season. Scott Wootton, 4. I was looking forward to watching the former Manchester United and Leeds United centre-half take to the pitch at home park. However, he disappointed me when he did. He failed to link up with Ryan Edwards and made countless errors, so for that reason he gets a 4. Oscar Throwcode, 5. Ozzy rejoined Argyle from Wasland Beveren on loan until the end of the season in January. He began back at Argyle in holding midfield, however was moved out to right back towards the end of the season. Although not as good as in previous spells, he still did the job. Unfortunately, we will not see him back in an Argyle shirt next season, as he is at Salford City. Good luck to Ozzy on his next adventure. Jamie Ness, 4. Jamie Ness had a poor season in my opinion last term. His first touch wasn't good enough and he looked a bit off the pace. His discipline wasn't great either, getting sent off against Coventry for a stupid challenge that wasn't needed to be made. He has confirmed he will be leaving Argyle and I wish him the best for the future. Anthony Sarcevic, 6. I was impressed with Anthony's work rate, passing and positioning last season. The only thing stopping him getting a 7 is his discipline. He accumulated 10 yellow cards throughout last season's campaign. However, he did contribute to 7 goals. David Fox, 5. David Fox's passion and commitment to Argyle certainly didn't drop last season. He still had that wonderful eye for a pass. However, his pace was dropping and he was getting overrun in midfield at times. David has also announced that he is leaving Argyle at the end of his deal, and I wish him the best. Graham Carey, 6. Graham was undergoing some scrutiny from Argyle fans last season, mostly down to his lack of goals. However, he still managed to contribute to 17 goals last season in League One, and I would still say he was one of our better players. He has joined CSK Sofia at the end of his deal, and I wish him the best over in Bulgaria. I would have to say he's one of our better midfielders and one of our better players since our championship days. Ruben Ramirez, 7. Ruben won Argyle Fan Player of the Season last year after contributing to 17 League One goals. Good with his left foot and a very skillful player, he caused problems for most League One defences. My only criticism of the Portuguese winger is that he's very lightweight and can easily get shoved to the floor. He is currently, at the time of recording this, linked with Swansea, Bordeaux and Cardiff City. Although he is too good for League Two, in my opinion, I do think it would be an absolutely brilliant achievement if we could hold on to him for next season. Kona Grant, 5. Although the rating may not suggest, I was very impressed with Kona Grant at the start of the season. Mainly when he's at left back, he posed a lot of threat to the opposition defence. He was at one time League One's top assistman until he got a long-term injury seeing him out for the rest of the season. I think next season, if he is given a chance under Ryan Lowe to impress, if we could play him on the left flank, he could do some damage to those League Two teams. Joel Grant, 5. Although the stats may not suggest it, Joel Grant was a very good winger in League One. He did get an injury halfway through the season, ruling him out for the rest of the season. However, the parts he did play, I did enjoy watching him. If we can retain him in League Two, I think he'd be a very good winger for Ryan Lowe's system, and hopefully we will get to see a couple of more goals come from the former Jamaican international. Ryan Taylor, 4. Ryan has never been known for his goal tally, more for his great hold-up play under Derek Adams. However, an ankle injury early last season saw him lose his first-team spot to Ladapo. When given a chance to regain his first-team status later in the season, he underperformed. His hold-up play did prove valuable though later on in games, but he simply wasn't good enough last season. Luke Jeffcott, 5. A good thing to come out of last season, despite getting relegated, was that we saw one of our bright youth stars, Luke Jeffcott, make a first-team breakthrough. Multiple call-ups to Wales under-19s, and when he came off of the bench under Derek Adams, he did look like a good player. It'll be interesting to see how he progresses at Argyle. Freddie Ladapo, 6. Freddie finished as our top scorer in League One last season. He also won League One Player of the Month in October. A negative of Freddie is that he is frustrating to watch at times and quite often doesn't try hard enough. Argyle, at the time of recording this, have just accepted a £500,000 bid from Sunderland, so I'm interested to see where the Nigerian's future is. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. What did you think of our ratings? If you disagree with any, please let us know. And if you're new around the channel, please subscribe.